Hello, is that Carla?
It is. Simon Laban, what a flippin' honor to finally talk to you after all these years.
Absolutely, me too.
Yes, I'm sure I was on your list, Simon.
Absolutely. I said one day I'll be talking to that Carla Rea in Las Vegas.
Well, listen, we are really, really excited. Tickets go on sale today, of course, for Future Past. You guys are coming back
Right.
to Las Vegas
Yeah.
September 1st and 3rd. I don't know if you've seen the theater that you guys are working in, the Encore Theater at Wynn. It is spectacular.
Yeah. Well, we've not been there before, and I'm looking forward to it so much.
It's beautiful. You guys are going to have a ball. I have to talk to you a little bit about this new album because you guys, I mean, I don't want to say you went in a different direction, but you pulled in some other big guns to have some fun with Duran Duran. I know that Mark Ronson
Yeah.
is a part of this album, Giorgio Moroder.
Yeah.
Tovlo also.
Yes. Yes. We're very excited about the way the album turned out. Errol Alkan, who's the main producer of the album, he was very, very much part of everybody who came along to it. So Giorgio Moroder is somebody we wanted to work with for years and years and years, and finally we got the chance to do it on this album. Mark, well, we always try and do something with Mark because he's an important part of our past too. And then we got Graham Coxon, the extraordinary, innovative guitarist, lead guitarist from the English band Blur. He's really important. He's a very important part of the sound. He made the whole album. He made us all work harder, actually, which is always a good thing. Tuva Lo is, as you know, a wonderful Swedish pop artist.
Yeah.
And we sent the album to her and said, "Do you fancy any of these tracks?" And she goes, "I want to Give It All Up." And my initial reaction was, "Oh no, not that one. It's completely done. I don't want to share that vocal. I don't want to share that vocal with anybody."
Right.
But we decided we got the track sent. We got the demo sent back from her, and what she did was so magnificent. I actually ended up writing an extra verse for myself to sing, actually, because of what she had done was so good.
That is very.
And then we had we've got the extraordinary pianist Mike Garson.
Wow.
The sound of the album Aladdin Sane by David Bowie in the 70s. I'm so happy to do a track with him on this. And then the two artists who I discovered in my kind of radio travels for my radio show, which is called Whoosh.
Right.
I was listening to new tracks, and I found an artist called Ivorian Doll, who's an English rapper, and she's what's called a drill artist, and we got her on there, and also the all-girl Japanese punk band Chai.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
You guys pulled in a lot of people. Here's the thing, and I want to go back just a little bit. You guys have always, you've always had I don't know how to explain. You've always had a feel, that's for sure, but your sound has changed a little bit over the years. And I mean, there was the 80s Duran Duran. In the 90s, when, let's see, music changed a whole lot with your Nirvanas and Pearl Jam. You guys were still at the top of the charts. And which, by the way, the Wedding album, one of my favorite albums. I still love that album. That, to me, was when I heard a different sound for Duran Duran. And you guys have always been able to do it.
Well, we first and foremost, we are music lovers. And that's the most important thing to us. So, and we're not frightened of trying new things out. When I hear something by a new artist who does something different, I always think, wow, I wonder if we could do something like that. I find new ideas very inspiring. And none of us want to make the same record twice,
right,
because we know it's not really possible. And we like to move on. We want to see the variety that of what we can do with Duran Duran, not just stick to one thing. And I think the new album, Future Past, is a really good demonstration of that ethic.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's such a cool album. By the way, if our listeners have not heard it, listen to it, buy it. It is so good. It's very different. You say that, Simon. So who are you listening to? What new artists are you listening to?
There's a girl called Sinead O'Brien, who's an Irish spoken word artist. I'm really, really very hot on her. There's a Texan artist I just heard called Alison Pontier.
Okay.
I think that's how she pronounced it.
Mm-hmm.
Alison Pontier. She's got a great track out now. What is it called? Oh, forgotten the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got it on my next radio show. Irish bands like Fontaines DC, the Sprints,
Okay.
the Clockworks. There's so many. There's so much new stuff coming out. I like alternative R&B as well. Sonny Colon, Demi Moore, bands like artists like that. I just played a track by somebody called Danielle Ponder. She's a great soul singer, a fantastic soul singer. You should check her out.
I'm going to now.
That's amazing.
That's very cool. I want to ask you this as well. And I know you're obligated to say Future Past, but what's your favorite Duran Duran album?
Well, apart from the new one, because it's not a question of obligation,
right,
Carla. It's the fact that that's what we've been working on, and we're excited about it, and it's new. So obviously we love that.
Right.
And to pick another one, I mean, it's difficult. The wedding album, as you say, was a departure and extraordinary, and it had songs of great depth on it that you didn't. It was more sophisticated, I think,
right,
than earlier Duran records.
But
then, Notorious is a funk album, and I love funk.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Rio was a wonderful album, I think. Rio, it's a pop album, a great pop album, a great second album for a band. It's very difficult for me to choose one. The first album, everyone's got something that I love about it.
Right. They're like babies. They're like your kids.
Yeah, they are. And you shouldn't really have a favorite kid.
Right.
I don't think it's not nice for the other kids.
Talking with Simon LeBon, of course, Duran Duran coming back to Las Vegas September 1st and 3rd. I do have to ask you, Simon, I know it had been, was it 5 or 6 years between albums? I'm assuming you guys were working on this, during the pandemic, which I've heard artists say was not the best time and also the best time to be working on new music.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We started the album, we started Future Past in 2018, in November 2018.
Wow.
And by the beginning of 2020, we thought we would have it finished in time for a summer release. But then the pandemic hit and the world changed.
Yeah.
And we all tried to make the most of it in our private lives. And I think all of us, we just stopped making music. We stopped thinking about the record for the first year. But then towards the end of 2020, we started thinking we need to finish this thing. So we reconvened and we went back into the studio, and we found in that intervening time something had happened. It was almost as though before the pandemic we were driving on a road in darkness with the headlights on, and all you could see was the road in front of you and the trees either side. But then when we came back, the day had broken. You could see the road in front of you, the trees either side, but you could see the countryside all around you, and you could see where the road was going. And it was so much easier. We did as much work in 4 months at the end of the album as we did in the preceding 15 months of work.
Wow.
We had this incredible work spurt, and so many songs were changed, so many lyrics happened, so many, we changed the keys of things, we changed the tempo of things, we scrapped some songs, and we wrote some new songs as well. It was a most incredible creative period that we had.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. Well, I mean, listen, the whole world changed, and out of that comes some amazing, I don't know, lyrics, art, all of that.
We're here now. We are here now.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. We're you and I, we're still here now. It's not the same as it was before, but this is what we've got, and we're alive, and it's we have to try as hard as we can to make it the best possible world that we can.
And I can't let this time talking to you pass without congratulating you on being Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. You guys, listen, you've been at the top of the list. I know that means a lot to some. It doesn't mean as much to others, but it is a big deal in the grand scheme of things. And
let me tell you, as soon as you get nominated, it means an awful lot.
Yes.
It does to us anyway.
Yes, that is exactly true, Simon. Listen, I hope it happens. I check this every day. We talk about it a lot. You guys are a staple in our library, that's for sure. We play a lot of Duran Duran. I'm looking so forward to seeing you guys again. It's been a very, very long time. Duran Duran, September 1st and 3rd at the Encore Theater at Wynn. Simon LeBon, I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to finally talk to you. You were a part of my growing up, that's for sure. My college years. I have a lot of memories with you.
Yes, and I do too with you. We can't wait to be standing. We can't wait to be standing on stage in front of you all.
Well, tickets go on sale today, so everybody, you know what? That clock ticks over. Get tickets. They're going to go fast. Simon LeBon, Duran Duran.
They are.
A pleasure. Thank you so much, Simon.
Thanks very much. We'll see you in September.
You got it. Have a great day.
All the best. Whoosh.
Whoosh.